I was told to do right. Stick around by my side if they wanna test my life. Yeah, street kid, I was trapping long nights on the weekend. Shorty on me all night.
Hey, what do you say? It's your guy, Blue Eyes.
I'm your boy, B. Luke.
And we're back, Scandalous World Podcast.
Man, how you feeling, man? Last time I talked to you, you said you was a little under the weather, man.
Yeah, but I ain't 100%, but I'm feeling a little better, bro.
Hey,
I had to get out the crib, though. I couldn't sit around and do nothing, bro. I had to get out and do something. So
yeah, well, speaking on that, man, we might as well just kind of touch on that, too. You here, you showed up. I remember somebody before had once said, man, Bobby, man, most of life is just about showing up.
Yeah,
man.
fact.
You know, if you show up, the rest will fall into place. Yeah. So I want people to, take something from that, man. Whatever you guys feeling, if you're feeling, insecure about something, or, maybe you start having doubts as they naturally come in, you got to ignore that and show up. You'll be surprised.
To be honest, that's always been a hard part for me, bro. To, wake up, get up. Once I'm up and out, I'm ready to conquer. I'm ready to take over the world, you know what I mean? But it's that initial getting up, but once I'm up, I'm ready. I'm ready, you know what I mean? Once I'm up and out. But yeah, man, there's a good point in that, because sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe I'll be lazy today, maybe I'll just chill. But when you end up going, you always benefit. Whether it's something great happens, we ever have an epic night, or something small, or you have an impact, or you bump into something. But so I believe everything happens for a reason. So a big part of just getting up, getting out, and doing something.
Yeah. Whether
it's walking my dogs, or coming to do a podcast, whether we got something planned, or we're just gonna wing it. The best thing to do is just do it. I mean, best way to learn how to swim is to just jump in the water. That's always been my. That's how I learned, bro. My father just, I don't know how old I was, but he just whoop, swim. And I'm like, for my life, and all of a sudden you figure it out real quick, you know?
Absolutely.
Pass that down, and I think that's very important now, especially now with the world. It's a scandalous world. Shout out to the logo, salute to the whole squad, but we built for it. But yeah, bro, I think it's important nowadays to have that mindset.
Yeah.
I think that's why this is so important.
Absolutely.
Bring awareness that it's a scandalous world, and it's a cold world. Bundle up, get built for it. You know what I mean? So I think it's great what we're doing, bro. So it's great to be here.
And it's February, so it's literally cold as well too. So that's the big thing. In the winter time, man, a lot of us, we say hibernate, this and that, but that fresh air is important to get. You know what I mean? I do try to at least get outside. At least for a little bit every day.
We're from Massachusetts, bro. Let's be real. Today was at some point it was so nice. I sat on my porch and got sun for 15 minutes straight on my face, just sitting there baking like this, because it might have been 50, 60, but it felt like that's like an 80-degree day especially right now. We've been getting cold weather, snow,
wind.
Yeah, the wind's been brutal.
All of that.
Yeah, I sat on the porch today and the other day when it was 60 and it eventually rained. I sat on the porch both days and discussed, and that makes a tremendous difference in your attitude, your morale, boost your confidence, your mood, and just getting that vitamin D, bro.
Yeah, the sunlight, the crisp air, even just the
air,
the clean air in the lungs
nice
too, man. It's different.
I can't wait for the nice weather to be here and just go hit the beach. Let my feet hit the ground. You know what I mean? Let
I was doing a workout the other day. I talked to Wally Sparks, man. I talked to Wally. He's like, "What you doing right now?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm working out." I was like, "What, you at the gym?" I said, "No, I'm at the park. I'm doing pull-ups." He's like, "You're crazy." But when I hear stuff like that,
doing pull-ups, bro, I was just listening to my song "Pull Up." I say that in my song "Pull Up." I'm in the park doing pull-ups.
That's it.
Pull up. You know what I mean? But yeah,
hell yeah,
real shit, bro.
But when somebody says "Oh, you're crazy," stuff like that, man, that just motivates me more. To know that I'm doing something that most people are not willing to do voluntarily. I feel like that builds my mental fortitude, my mental toughness. All of that. And I feel good about that.
They be saying crazy. I heard someone say something about being lazy today, and it made me not want to be that and do the exact opposite and get up, get showered, get dressed, and get here and do what we do. You know what I mean? But yo, I seen that picture on Facebook of that old school Pops in Marciano, bro?
Nah, that was my Pops' grandfather, pretty much. So it's my great grandfather. Yeah. Yeah, that was Jimmy Sauer.
Legendary.
Yeah, you could even Google his name, like all that stuff comes up. Jimmy Sauer, like the Sig Sauer, however you really pronounce it, whatever. It's German, but it's spelled like the piece.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was just they was sparring. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's kind of dope to know that that's in the lineage and that's in the bloodline,
Yeah,
and
man,
it makes
that's
sense.
awesome.
And
That's
my
awesome,
grandmother
bro.
loves
I shared
seeing
it.
me hit the bag.
I
Yeah,
shared it, bro.
yeah, I
You
saw
know
that.
how I
Appreciate
do. I
that.
shared it immediately. I'm like, this is some real Massachusetts.
Yeah,
Right
exactly.
here, some real
So for those who don't
old
know,
school
Rocky Marciano is
legend.
Brockton, Massachusetts. The couple great fighters come near him, and Marvelous Marvin Hagler. So, Brockton, Massachusetts. That's just another little pocket. That's a little hood in Mass.
Pops too, Marvelous. Shout out to Marvelous. Shout
Yeah,
out to my
that's
homeboy Marvin.
Yeah. So Brockton has that. Also, Lowell has Mickey Ward's Somerville Boxing Club. We had old Johnny Ruiz. So a lot of fighters come from this
Somerville,
area.
Charlestown, Everett. You got my buddy over there. They're doing it. They got Welch's gym, and then you got my other buddy over there doing it.
Yeah, there's gyms everywhere. I feel like a lot of gyms have come around, like boxing and all that, more like in the fitness era. But there's a lot of old school gyms that was like the old school boxing, rugged. You know what I mean? Like now it's more commercialized, which is cool. It's good for the sport and all that. Yeah. But a lot of people go to a lot of these boxing places with no intent to spar or to get in the ring, and that's cool too because it's a great fitness thing.
Welch or Wilcox right there in Everett, Charlestown, Everett. Oh, it's the same dude from Somerville, bro. Legends, old school, still old as Irish dudes in the ring, and they're tough as nails, moving and dancing. They blow your mind. But I occasionally I go over there with my son. Do that a lot with my brothers, my nephews, cousins.
Got a rich history. New England as a whole too. I think probably Rhode Island had a few fighters too. I think Vinny Paz or whatever.
You know I mean? Big facts. Basketball and boxing. There's two very big things out here.
Yeah.
Basketball and boxing.
Absolutely. I mean, basketball. Springfield, Massachusetts is where it originated. But one of the couple we got some Hall of Famers from out here.
And the Celtics always done great. I mean, not always, but they have a great history. They've had some impeccable dynasties.
Oh, for sure.
Bird, Parrish, Kevin McHale, all the way, and Paul Pierce.
The
three great.
I'm still
Allen,
thinking this is the year, y'all. It's been a minute.
Back in the day, I feel it coming. We need another one. Massachusetts in the building. Boston, we need another one.
I mean, it's been since 08 for the Celtics.
Yeah.
But also, it's been a while since we had. I mean, we got spoiled for a little bit, man. We had an era where it was like, man, the Patriots run a lot.
Yeah.
Sox won like 4, and then the Bruins and Celtics each took one. But it's been a while, man, so we need to get that chip. I think this is the year. There's no excuse. It's a young team. Nah, we in year 7 and 8 as far as Brown and Tatum respectively.
I posted a cool
we got to get this.
That I was actually over in Boston University. And,
what happened to like? Oh shit! Oh, it must have been when you got up.
Oh yeah, I got it right here. We'll wing it. I was over at Boston University, bro, and I was doing. I was over there. Back in the day, I used to have a girl over there. I was over there all the time. Mm-hmm. But I was just over there recently, and I did a little video, and it had the like a Hockey Hall of Fame, all the pictures on the wall, and the ice rink and stuff like that.
You talking at Agganis Arena?
Yeah. And I, shot a little bit of footage, not too much, and put it on YouTube just to show the people. But They got
the statue out there right across from Canes. What was that? Was it Doug Flute?
No.
It wasn't a Flutie statue.
It is. No, it's a football player.
Yeah, right. Flutie was beef Flutie. Yeah, Flutie.
But I actually have a dope old school Flutie plaque. But I posted that shot too. It's on my page, bro. I posted a few crazy joints, but I posted that shot. I forget the dude's name. I don't want to, obviously not Edelman, but whoever it was, like a golden statue. Yeah, I posted that too. Of course, I had to.
I thought it was Flutie, but Flutie's BC.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of history in all of these colleges, man. Harvard.
MIT. I see a lot of people from MIT and UMass and Boston College, and like I said, I used to date this Playboy model and this gorgeous girl that went to Boston University. So I used to hang out at her in her dome at her campus, like while she would go to school, I would sleep in, you know what I mean, back in the day. And I would just smoke bud. When I woke up, take a shower, smoke a blunt. By the time I got out, she'd be out of school, order me some food, we would kick it, I'd be trying to hit on her roommates and shit while she was at school and shit. She'd be come back yelling at me and stuff. But she ended up when I left her, she ended up doing a music video with Paul Wall. She tried to date M. Dot or someone local, Millie's or M. Dot. Terminology, I forget. It was one of my peers, like, to try to get me jealous after, because I like, you know, kicked it to the curb, whatever. It ended badly, you know, and then after that, she did, I think she did like Playboy or something. She's a gorgeous girl, and then she ended up in like a math major, so she ended up a math teacher. So she was, back in the day, she was just chilling with Real Severe, and you know what I'm saying? It was either Millie's or M. Dot, one of them two, after me. And then she was in a Paul Wall video. So I think it was Millie's, bro. This is pre-Jada. And then she ended up being a whole math teacher. She's one of them. She looks like that chick from the Playboy with Hugh Hefner when they had that show back in the day. She looks like one of them typical blonde hair, blue eyes, tall, you know. Yeah, not even really my type. I like Italian and Greek, like dark hair, you know, not even my type, but she was just impeccably gorgeous. All my homies were like, yo, she's gorgeous. So I just like, yo, I could get that just to prove a point. Then we ended up really catching the vibe, ended up liking her. So we ended up kicking it for a minute. But the point was, I was chilling at that campus 24/7, you know what I mean? I was at Boston University, bro. I'm fresh from the projects, bro, from the hood, like smoking blunt, thing on me, just chilling, coming in heavy, like, yo. And like I said, she would wake up in the morning, go to school, and just leave me sleeping. When I wake up, I'd smoke a blunt, take a shower, and just take advantage of the opportunity. I was in the mix of everything, but just seeing that, just Boston has a huge, all kinds of campus, huge college, but Cambridge even alone. Yeah. Between Cambridge and Boston, we have some of the best schools in the world. People come from all over the world,
There's so many too that like
so
you
many.
Don't even know.
Yeah, so many to name, too many. And even the one school is so you go for blocks and they'll just have buildings and buildings. Their campuses are huge.
Yeah. And at this point, are you past the age of a college student, or are you still young?
Oh, I was young. Shit,
so like in high school at the time, or
no? Yeah. So I just had. I was with my. Yeah. So I was probably. I was the same age as Shorty, but she was going to college. Okay. But I was.
Did you ever think about like, man, maybe I should do?
No, I was.
This is straight.
This is like this is in the mix to me. Like I was deep in the street when I met this chick. That's what I think she liked about me. Like I was all in. Like I didn't think I was gonna make it another year without ending up dead or in prison. It was a miracle that I did. This is before, you know, before I settled down and changed my life and everything. So I was wilding. So she just liked the bad boy image. I was rapping. I just was doing my first mixtape, Boston Boss was out. You know what I mean? I was just working on Greenlight at the time, like, you know what I mean? So I was really, really getting it in. I was always with the squad deep.
But you never thought about ever going, like,
not even
going to college at all?
Not even crossing my mind. No, the closest I ever come to the experience was just kicking it there with her. You know what I mean?
It's a different, it's a whole different experience. I've only been to like a couple parties and stuff like that, but that's the whole thing out here. Too, is especially if we're at that age, it's trying to go to these college parties, even though, you know, we used to have the plan. It was like, all right, so this is the plan. We're going to go there, and we're going to say we know John. Everybody has a party. There's a John.
I never did that. I always knew a chick. Even years after that, I was dating another chick at Boston College and then UMass. You know what I mean? And they'll be a few years younger, and I was never with the college. Like, I was already pottied out. So by the time people wanted to party, I wanted to relax and just watch a movie and kick it and just chill. So by the time I hit 21, I wasn't trying to hit bars. You know what I mean? I was already relaxed and smoking weed. I already had that pot. I felt like I partied out because we did so much partying. We started partying. I started smoking weed and, you know what I mean, hustling at 11 years old. Yeah. So you start drinking at like 15, 16. By the time you hit 18, 21, it's played out. Yeah. So I never did the club scene, the bar scene. I mean, I went a few times. I rocked more shows in bars and clubs than I've attended. You know what I mean? If I wanted to go out, like, might as well go to strip club if we're gonna go out. Yeah. And I don't even do that. You might do that once a few years, like celebratory, like a birthday.
I got locked up at 22, so I missed a lot of that. And by the time I got out, You know what I mean? I was damn near 26, and even the kids that was like a couple of years younger than me, they was pretty much on the tail end of that scene, and people my age were just completely moved on from that. And plus, a lot of my friends that were my age were, the kids that I hung out with were kids that are like, getting in trouble, in jail, or in prison, or dead, unfortunately.
Yo, last time I was at the strip club, bro, we took a picture. Like, I went with like four dudes. They all family, all scandalous. Banger, you know what I mean? My nephew Frogger, you know what I mean? My buddy Paulie, my buddy Shay, and me. And it was a crazy night, bro. We had a blast. My homegirl pulled up. I ain't gonna say no names. I had another homegirl there, and it was my birthday or something. And I had the whole world handed to me. Like, you know how I do. I was like being spoiled, so I like set Keith up on a little adventure. You know what I mean? On his way, cause I had a shorty trying to pull up and show me love and like pick me up and hang out, and I had a lot going on. So I'm like, bro, take off with her, go hang with her, and take her off my hands, because I got a lot going on, you know what I mean? He's like, say less, you know what I mean? So, but the point of the story is me, my nephew, and Keith, the only three left. We took a picture of us out front of the strip club. And now two of them, Paulie, rest in peace, Shay, rest in peace. It's only me, my nephew, and Keith alive out of that picture. The five of us that went.
Man, pictures on my and granted, of course, some of the pictures on the fridge I put up because people passed away and stuff like that. But some of them, man, people was just on the fridge, and now they're gone, and it's tough to look at sometimes, man. Because I look at the pictures on the fridge, I be like, man, rest in peace, Kyle, man, free JoJo, damn, rest in peace, Mom. You know what I mean? Yeah. Rest in peace, Ryan. I try to, live on through their memory now and try to do keep their name alive, and
that's why this is important. You know what I mean? Free JoJo, rest in peace, Robbery, rest in peace, Boo Boo. We're gonna keep doing this. You know what I mean? To the whole world hear us.
Absolutely, free the jails,
free
man.
the guys,
We got Concords closing down this summer. So we need people to write to the governors and stuff like that about the Tuppet program, the Tufts program. Make sure y'all write the governor and everybody in charge and the commissioner about keeping that program intact, because people need education. A lot of people from that program are coming out and they still got a full ride paid for. And it's just a lot of us just need the opportunity for stuff like that. Man, for me, like, that was just being poor. Like, that was never in the realm of possibility. I was a great student, but my mom, even, she didn't understand about grants or anything like that. I certainly didn't, you know what I mean? Plus, my mindset was more like, okay, once I'm done with school, then now I could be in the streets full time, you know what I mean? Hustling. So, yeah, we need those programs. We need the education, man. Concord closing down, so make sure, we get the message out there, man. Tufts, the Tough Bit program, My Turn program, all of the programs, we need to emphasize that, man. And I know you have your own experience too, being, with family members locked up and all of that, man.
Still and to this day, bro.
It tears apart families, man. And I get a lot of it is, comes with decisions that are made, sure.
Yeah, it's tough.
But not everything has to be
You don't always
exact.
understand it. You might not understand it at the time or when you're younger, but eventually, you get that shit happens.
Yeah,
bro.
and like you said, man, a lot of us, like you, maybe I wasn't 11, but man, I started smoking weed and drinking, I'm going to say probably 13, 14. You know what I'm saying? And that's...
I got 9 brothers and sisters, you got to remember. So I was influenced, music early, weed, a lot of early experiences due to my older brothers. Like, yo, check this out. I was on a dirt bike.
I'm the oldest, even of the cousins. I'm pretty much the oldest.
I was on a dirt bike at like 6, 7 years old, kicking up wheelies and shit. Just, they taught me at a young age. So I was lucky. I always say I was hood spoiled, bro. To have, like, a father that was he might not have been around. He was in prison, jail most of the time, on the streets, but I had a father that was very well respected, you know what I mean? And that carried a lot of weight that went a long way.
Now, is that something that's just known, or are you the type to be like,
no,
do you know who my father,
never,
you know what I'm
never,
saying?
Never. I mean, at times when I was young, I would pull that because I learned from it was something that didn't even have to be said. Dude to be like, yo, that's destruction, son. That's Shamrock, son. Like, he's a this, he's a that. You know what I mean? So I seen it, and then I started taking advantage of it for a little while. When I was young, I would talk my shit. But my father'd always be in prison, but his name held weight. And dudes, and for the dudes that were a little closer my age, like just a little older than me, I had older brothers. So even if I would talk shit or spit in their face or get in a fight with them, if they chase me through the projects, if they make it within 100 feet of my crib, they're gonna see 30 dudes with my brother Louis. 10 dudes with my brother Bobby, 50 dudes with my brother Boo, 20. It was the projects back in the day with young, so they were getting packed out. So I used to, honestly, bro, I was a little badass, bro. I would go to the other side, talk shit to the older dudes, and when they chased me, I'd run to the crib knowing that my brother's out front drinking 20 deep, and they were gonna get jumped, and I would trap dudes like that all the time, bro.
Now, just think, you looking back, man, you could have put your brothers in some situations where they could have, you know what I mean? I think
could have
you're
been
a kid,
bad,
you don't
bro.
know at the time.
It was so normal at the time that
I know exactly what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying.
It was just wrecked.
There's always that type of thing going on. But like, I just wanted to touch back on like just the early age, man. That like doing the smoking weed and the drinking, it's like that really affects us in the long term. You know what I mean? Especially everything that's coming out now. The brain's still developing.
Yeah. There you go.
That's why a lot of us have short-term memory problems, all this stuff. But we pushing through it. We here, we talking about it now, and we being open about it.
And that's important, bro. I want to stress that too. Like, yo, if you gotta go talk to somebody, bro, you gotta go to a therapist, a psychiatrist, whatever you gotta do, bro. Like, just like you gotta work out your body, you gotta work out your mind, bro. So don't be shy or embarrassed or feel away. Whatever you gotta do, you know what I mean? I say just go to the gym, stop there, take a walk, go to the gym. But if you need to take it another step further and talk to somebody, whether it's a family, a friend, a loved one, do that. Do what you gotta do. Don't keep it bottled up. You know what I mean? Express yourself.
Yep.
You have a voice for a reason, you know.
Don't be afraid to talk to somebody.
Talk to somebody if you need help. Reach out. You know what I mean? Because that's what we're here for. At the end of the day, we're built for it. You know what I mean? We're always gonna bounce back. It's a scandalous world, but it doesn't always gotta be that. You know what I mean? So just reach out. For help.
And like you said, as men, a lot of times we are trained to be like, you know what, go hit the gym and deal with it. Go for a run, go for a walk. But you know what? It's okay to say that you need to talk to somebody too. You know what I mean?
If it gets there, if it gets there, do what you gotta do. Whatever you have to do to better yourself, and that can help you better the people around you or better your loved ones. I'm all for it.
Yeah, write it down.
To each his own.
Journal that shit.
Yo, writing things down, manifest is very powerful. I was just talking to that today with my brother, and I referenced the Joe Rogan thing. I'm like, you ever hear him talk about the manifestation and stuff like that? Is very powerful. Just thinking, visualizing, speaking on things, and making it happen. You know.
Well, it's even good just to get out negative feelings and thoughts, get them out of your brain and out of your heart. Even if it's just, talking.
Whether it's through
or
poetry
writing
or
it down.
art or rap or
well, that's what I would look at, like the rap a lot of times and not even knowing what it was. But looking back, I'm like, man, that was me journaling in a way that was like more acceptable to my pride and ego. You know what I mean? Because as young men, we're like, oh, that's for girls' diaries, right? But that was like,
we were doing the same thing in a different
way.
And you got to look at it like this. They're like, oh, they're rapping about violence. And it's like, all right, cool. Like, in some situations, people are rapping about stuff they done or stuff they seen. But in a lot of cases, what people miss, bro, people are rapping about stuff, and it's actually avoiding them from doing it, if you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, just like I go in the gym and work out and blow some steam off, if I can go in the booth and blow some steam off and get some stuff off my chest, I'm less likely to get in an altercation.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like when they hear that, oh, Violet, why is he so mad? It's like, oh, he's just getting his ish off. This is like his therapy. Like, you got to look at it from every angle. There's a perspective. You got to look at it from that artist's perspective too.
Right, because like maybe
sometimes
I'm not talking
when I
about
rap,
the violence.
I'm just hitting the bag. Metaphorically.
Yeah, that's it. And may talk about the violence, but it's like, okay.
It's better than going committing violent acts.
Yes.
And it's an outlet. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say.
It's a perspective, but yeah, exactly.
Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say. It's better
Point on, spot on, yeah.
Sure, bro.
It's an outlet, bro. And it's funny that you say that, because a lot of when I was young, like now I want to make powerful, positive, motivational music, straight like that. But when I was young, it was a lot of rah, 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 and I'm like, what? But it was like, Oh, maybe it wasn't just because I was on some scandalous shit. It was because I was subconsciously dealing with this in a certain way, like in an artistic form. I was like you said, journaling, if you will, poetry, if you will, whatever. I was getting shit off my chest, and it made me feel better when I spit it, and people felt it. I was like, word, and then it was like over, bro. It's like taking an emotional shit, bro. It's just off your chest, bro. It feels great.
Yeah, it's like it's a high frequency activity too, man. You know, sitting around complaining to people and being negative and all that.
And what happens when you let something pent up? You know what I mean? It just pops, boils, and you know what I mean. You just gotta
sweep things under the rug. You trip over that bitch eventually.
Big facts,
you know,
big facts. I like that because it's that's straight what it is. You know, some of the most simple things. It's like they're there for a reason. You know, it might sound, but yo, it's.
The reason cliches are cliche. They work. They stood the test of time. You know what I'm saying?
That's the point I was trying to make.
I'm hip.
It's there for a reason, bro. And some of the stuff you just need to. I think just like words, bro, like loyalty and honor. People, it becomes cliche to a moment, but if you break it down and you take it serious, it is very much serious to me. Like whether I have a tattoo or whatever. Like loyalty, honor, and respect are very important to me, still to this day. And the more we can represent that and encourage that in others, the more of a responsibility we have to keep doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. These cliches, they stand the test of time, you know, and that's not for no reason. So you got to, you know, pay attention to that. And also, too, at the same time, you know, everything that you hear, too, you got to take with a grain of salt, you know, because a lot of times things been touched and manipulated by humans over the centuries. So what may have been an initial intention with this scripture or whatever has been translated and manipulated, and people made it their own, and eventually it's evolved. So take everything with a grain of salt, but try to find like the root of what you think that they're trying to get at and stay true with that, and it's at its rawest form, you know?
I'm big on, first of all, I'm big on appreciations. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate you having me here today. And I'm also big on intentions, bro. I always look at the angle. Like, what's somebody's angle, bro? Whether it's the smallest thing or the biggest thing in the world, like, I don't need favors from nobody. I don't need none of that, because I'm always looking for the angle. I don't know if that's instilled in me from surviving or hustling or the projects or the streets or whatever, or if it's just normal, you know what I mean? But that's always been big with me, bro.
You got to look at, but the important thing is too, like looking at things with an objective mind frame too, and not because of past trauma.
Well, that's very new to me, perspective. And, you know, the whole world's not gonna see the world through my eyes. That's a new concept to me. Past few years, I just learned that.
Yeah, but it's important not to take like our past traumas, like, okay, like maybe say we're woman, for instance, like, okay, I've been cheated on, blah, blah, blah. So if you're looking at something like, what's her angle? And then you have it in your mind, well, you know, it might become like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
I won't apply it to women, because for the same reasons, I don't let them apply stuff to me. Like, if they're like, oh, well, I don't do this because in the past I've had a person do this, I'm like, well, that's cool. I ain't going to let that person ruin that experience for me.
Yeah, so well, not even with just one. Like that. It could be anything, to look at it with an objective and not from a place.
That's why perspective is so
your trauma,
important.
not from a place of your trauma. You know,
well,
whatever it may be.
That's why the guy goes up quick and we spit out this shit, and then after you have some time to think about it, you know, and actually dwell on it, and perspective is everything, bro.
Yeah, a lot of times too. You know, we get paranoia. All that stuff, that's, you know, a lot of times it's not even real. Most of the times it's made up in our head.
My father used to tell me back in the day, he'd call me from prison or write me from prison and stuff like that. And he's like, yo, a lot of them, like 90% of the shit we stress about in life don't even happen. Right. It's just possibilities that it could happen, but there's no point on dwelling on that.
Yeah, it happens up here and only up here sometimes.
Like, no amount of anxiety is going to change the future, and no amount of guilt is going to change the past. You need to live in the present. You know what I mean? And that stuck with me.
Like, you can't play it safe all the time, because you know why? Man, you could get killed crossing the street. What are you going to do, stay on your block forever?
Yeah, nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
The dark and comfortability and being content. You have to step out of your comfort zone and create something.
Take risks.
Different.
Because usually the reward is directly correlated with the level of risk. High risk, high reward. You know, they got even stocks. Though this is a low risk stock, but guess what?
Low
You know,
rewards,
exactly. So it, like with anything in life,
you're gonna
playing
get
it scared
what
is
you give.
yeah. Just I mean, of course we acknowledge. Like me, I always try to acknowledge the worst case scenario, but don't dwell on it. That's just to acknowledge. Okay, this could if I cross this street. His car could come flying, getting chased by a cop. Who knows? Not looking at me. Boom. Even though that's highly unrealistic, it happens.
Yeah,
but it's like
again,
you can't, I'm never gonna cross that street.
One night I was gonna stay in the crib. I was gonna stay in. My homies were all like partying and chilling, and my homie hit me up. My big homie, I have nothing but love, respect for. Big homie, you know. Very wise, very intelligent, very dangerous man. You know what I mean? Mixed martial artist, and he's like, "Yo, come through. You know, it ain't the same without you, bro. I ain't letting you sit this one out. Pull up, come on." And if for anyone else in the world, I'd be like, "Nah, not today, bro." But for him, he's someone I can't say no to. So I'm like, "All right, big dog, I got you. I'm on my way." And I leave the crib, bro. And it's like 3 cities over. I go over there. And I stop. Something tells me, let me stop at the store, grab some Gatorades or something for the homies, because he's hosting a whole party. You get all kinds of shit going on. I go, let me grab something to contribute. You know what I mean? I'm bringing some buds, some blunt. I'll grab some blunts and Gatorades, drinks. So I run in the store, grab all the blunts and Gatorades. I come out, and I see this lady like staggering in the middle of the street. And I look around and no one's paying attention. There's all kinds of people everywhere. And I just hear a car coming mad fast, bro, doing like 80 miles per hour, just speeding crazy. And before I could even think, I just dropped my bag in the ground and went up to the lady and just like, I heard the car coming, and before I looked up, I seen the car right there whipping, bro. And I just grabbed her by her shoulder, by her shirt, like, back of her shirt, and pulled her back, and the shit blew by us, and the wind blew her hair back in my hoodie, like I could feel it in my face, like the car just missed us, bro. And I was just like, what the fuck? And the lady was just so struck, and she didn't even say a word. And I just got out of my car, threw my Gatorades in the passenger seat. I'm like shaking. I go to my homies. I don't even bring it up. And they're all listening to a music video of mine. And someone's going through a deep depression. He's like, I can really relate to this song, bro. I appreciate you. You helped me out tonight. I'm like, damn, you ain't the only person I helped out tonight. And I'm like, if he didn't tell me to come here,
right.
I'm like, yo, you don't even know what you can do. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, bro, I don't even know how to explain it, bro.
Right.
So, like, hours go by, and I pull my big home, I pull him aside, because everyone's drunk and lit, you know what I mean? I don't want to make a big deal out of it. And I pull my big homie aside, and he's like, yo, that dude, the reason why I called you here is because that dude, his girl just left him, and he's suicidal, and he was listening to your music video, and he said that you saved his life, bro, and I wanted him to meet you. So he called me, told me, get out of bed, you need to come here. And I felt like if he never did that, and I never went there, and I never hit that corner store stopping to get drinks, I would have never, she might have got hit behind that car.
Yeah.
Just
Absolutely.
me getting out and doing something. I saved some, allegedly 2 lives. From what he tells me, that night I saved 2 lives. I had no clue. I know I helped one lady though, but allegedly, you know what I mean? It was like I helped a few people in 2 lives I touched that night without even knowing it, bro, without even meaning to. So sometimes you don't even know how important it is to get out and do something.
And how important it is that you're here and your life does matter, you know, even if it's beyond your comprehension.
And listen, you don't have to know right now. Sometimes I don't know, bro, you know what I mean? You don't always have to know, and it ain't always gonna be all right, and that's okay. You just need to stick it out and see what happens, and hope for the best, prepare for the worst, and like you said, prepare for the worst, prepare for the best. I think that was genius that you said that. I apply that now.
Yeah.
You know,
because
like
you might not be ready for
both,
it.
Man. And I find and that's a good.
We get so caught up, man, coming from like streets and losing, loss and trauma, bro. Like preparing for the worst that we've. But then we get an opportunity. It's like I wasn't prepared for the best.
Yo, dude, that was some of the best shit I've ever heard, bro. And it came out of my partner's mouth, bro. And I'm humbly to call you my friend, bro. And I think that was dope, bro. And I've been applying that, bro. And I tell my loved ones, I'm like, yo, you know, hope for the best, prepare for the worst, but there's this new pot. Prepare for the best too, because if it comes, you want to know what to do with it.
Yep.
You want to have a plan in life. You could apply this to anything too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I like about it, you know. So,
if you're prepared for the best and the worst, you should be all right when it falls in between. You know what I'm saying? But you can't get caught up on the infinite possibilities in between, because you can never know every.
It opens up different. It opens up different perspective. It opens up different opportunities, and it helps you manifest the more positive outcome. Yes. In my opinion, you know what I mean. Just thinking about it like that makes me excited, and therefore changes my attitude, puts me in a good mood, and I know the effects that has on the human brain. Like I was telling you about them, the cameras and the mirrors in China that won't turn on unless you smile. And the fridges, you can't get your food unless you smile. Clock in, clock out, can't get paid unless you smile. Like,
that's important.
So they're boosting the morale of their employees to have a functioning, happy workplace. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. So we need more of that. We need more positivity. Yeah. The negativity
is a scandalous world, but you got to be able to handle this world.
That's it. Yeah.
And that's what it's about, bro.
Yeah. Don't let the world handle you, man. It's a beautiful world. It's beautiful opportunities.
It's both. You got to take the good with the bad, the ugly. You know, like there was like that saying: if you can't handle me at my best, in my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. That's the world too. Right. If you can't handle the bullshit and the stress and all that comes. It's like this. It's like we all deserve the sunshine, but we gotta go through the rain, and not just the rain, because like you said, the rain is good for some things, like the plants and stuff. But it's like without the bad, you can't appreciate the good. Right. You don't know. You don't know. And if you're always happy, then you don't know anything else but to be happy.
And then when life does hit you, and you're 40 or 45, you are very ill prepared, and that's why a lot of these rich people that never, had to go through anything, and they hit a little bit of a financial struggle, they don't know how to handle it, and they, unalive themselves, man,
Unfortunate situation, bro. And not every, it's, and anyone going through that, seek help, bro, because it's serious. I lost someone like that. It's very serious, you know what I mean? But like I'm saying, bro, we built for it. It's a scandalous world. You got to be able to handle this world. So every day I just work on myself, bro. Whether I learn one little thing, or I do I won't say one push-up, or 100 push-ups, or if I go to the gym and do 1,000, whatever it is, I try to do something, bro. Do something.
Absolutely.
I went to the gym today. Like, I know you usually go before the podcast. I usually don't, but I went to the gym today before the podcast, and that's what helped me feel a little bit better and getting up and coming, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. You operate on a higher frequency after doing something like that,
So, we built for it. We're trying to keep a positive mindset. That's it. But it's like, did you see the Drink Champ shit? We gotta keep.
I saw like a clip. Bro. I saw a clip
with the Benzino. Yeah. Man, bro.
Break it down for me, man. I saw a clip. The only thing I know about it is he was crying a little bit.
We gotta do better, bro.
But what happened? Break it down. Bro. Explain it to me as someone who hasn't seen it. I know Benzino. I know Nori. I know the gist of Eminem, Coileroy. So I'm not a complete stranger, but I did it.
I didn't watch the whole interview yet. And that's ignorant of me, because normally, I do my due diligence. You know what I mean? I don't want to be lacking. I owe the people when I do podcasts and lives. I really try to do my research. So I've had yet the opportunity to do so. But from what I did see and what I do know, and obviously that's what's going viral is that clip. But right before, so I watched a little bit, bro, and he was standing on business, bro. At first I'm like, this same old shit, but I'm like, yo, at least he's standing on business. Like, you know what I mean? He's sticking to his guns. Same story, right? Right. And he's like, fuck Eminem, man. Fuck Eminem. Fuck Eminem. I'm like, all right, we get it. Fuck Eminem. Fuck Eminem. A little force. He's forcing it a little bit. Fuck Eminem. Fuck Eminem. That's clout chase. This interview's all about Eminem, Boom. 20 minutes later. Yo. Yo, man, I love him, bro. I would hug, bro. I would hug him. I just want to hug him. Crying and shit. Bro, what are you doing, bro?
I mean, do you think is that the alcohol, though?
Stand on business.
Because it's called Drink Champs, and I remember they got 50 Cent drunk. They got 50 Cent drunk. I remember that.
That's their whole point. That's the niche.
That's the niche. That's the aim.
Salute. You're a fucking genius, bro. They get these people tipsy, bro, and get them talking for real. You have everybody in there talking about Ashanti, real comfortable, bro. These dudes go in there real comfortable, bro, and just spill the beans, bro. Benzino needs a babysitter. You need to do better. He needs a team. Some of us need a team around us, bro, to make sure we stay out the bullshit. Someone should have pulled that shit, bro. Someone needs to talk to him, bro. Stop that shit. Either stand on that fuck Eminem shit or squash it, bro. But don't be saying fuck Eminem 6 times in a row, then crying like, I just want to hug him, bro. You making us all look fucked up, bro. You know what I mean? That's how I was looking at it, bro. Like,
what do you mean us all?
he's
Like,
making Boston look fucked up in a hole because people that don't know that don't know.
I mean, if you're gonna if you're gonna judge any city based on one person, you're probably not an intelligent person. First of all,
that's what people do. Rap
you know what I'm
fans
saying? I hate to say it, but like you can't.
You know
you can't judge any group of people based on how
is?
one person moves,
You know how
bro. If you
that
say
is?
that to me, then I just don't respect your take. I think it's an unintelligent take. You can't base, you know, a group of people off of,
you can't
off
just
of one
like,
person.
oh, Ludacris, Atlanta, Rick Ross, Miami. You can't.
Everybody's
like
Luda.
got
No,
nothing to do with nothing.
Jeezy ain't nothing like Luda.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
see,
Everybody's
Atlanta,
different.
It's like nothing got nothing to do. Everyone's different. Like Boston got a lot of solid dudes out here. In the whole world, we're all just human. Benzino's just the man. He's just expressing his feelings. I just feel like he should have somebody in his team around him to make sure, like, yo, big homie, like, come here, bro. Like, that's what I wish, to be honest. From a hometown perspective, I don't want us all looking fucked up, bro. So
Didn't he get caught with some other thing too when he was getting arrested? When he was all drunk crying or something like that? I feel like it wasn't the first time.
Yeah, probably not, bro.
I don't follow him enough. I root for him. I root for anybody from Boston. I don't follow him enough, but yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out though. I don't usually check. I usually base what I watch based on usually the guest. So I'm not like I'm watching every episode of Drink Champs. But if I see like 50 slid through or somebody, so he's from Boston. So I'm gonna have to give it. I'm gonna give it a watch.
When Eminem and Benzino, they were just beefing again, right? I was real light on him in the green room, right? I was being real nice. I didn't want to say too much, you know what I mean? And then we did the YouTube Streets podcast. They talk about the Eminem and Benzino. Shout out to the YouTube Streets. We just had Ian Bick on. We're going crazy. But yo, we touch on it then. I'm very like soft-spoken. I don't got much to say. I'm trying to work with Benzino. I'm trying to get him on the Scandalous World podcast. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm trying to say he got a few bars in. I'm trying to be nice. And then this shit, the Drink Champ shit, and I'm just like, all right, bro, I got to speak my mind now. You know what I mean? I got to say how I'm really feeling. This beef shit is whack. This old, this corny, it's washed up. It ain't cool. It ain't it. Stop. And I just had to keep it. I had to keep it real with myself and just speak how I really felt.
And that's how it should always be too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the last 2 times I was being biased because I wanted to keep a good relationship, get him on the podcast. I wasn't trying to do too much, but now it's like, all right, I got to keep it a buck. Like, and that's still a potential opportunity for him to come on, but he should respect me just keeping it a buck. If not, then I can't fuck with anybody that can't respect my honesty.
That's it. It's it's an opinion. It's it's an art, and art,
if it's coming from a place of love, bro, because I want to see you win. If you're representing Boston, you got us looking fucked up. I'm like, damn, because I want to see the opposite, bro. I want to see him up there like, yo, that shit's old, bro. We moving on. We doing better things. Check out Koi's album. Like, if he was up there talking great, bro, I'd be praising him. When he had the No Jumper interview, I reacted. At the Drink Champs view, I reacted. The Eminem beef, I reacted. I'm trying to, you know how it is, show unity with the city and all that. But you could only do too much. Like, I kept my mouth shut on the YouTube Streets. I spoke softly about it, speak easy.
Do you think that beef is beyond repair? Like, I'm all about squashing the beefs. Do you think it's past that? Do you think is that ever going to be a thing?
you got petty kings on both sides. I think the next move is Eminem's gonna either make it very difficult for Coi Leray in the industry, get features and shit, or he's gonna do the opposite and do a song with her, or 50's gonna snatch her up for one of the many power spin-offs like Ghost or BMF or Raising Kanan or Force or what have you,
As a troll move?
Get her in a sex scene or something crazy, bro. This is how these people move. they're really running the industry. They could really get you blackballed and shit like that. So it's either gonna be one of the two. They're gonna get a shutdown. The Coil Reef features in the toilet, like that whole metaphor. Like they're either gonna blackball it like that and shut it down, or they're gonna go the opposite route. If they're really gonna double down and get them heated, then they're gonna fuck with it. They're gonna do more music videos and stuff that's gonna rub them the wrong way. Like I seen this shit coming from a mile away. Like I said, I predicted it on the podcast. Yeah,
the Busta Rhymes.
That was before I see, and that was before I seen
that
crazy video they did together. I just this is when I heard them together on a remix that a DJ did from another city. So this is before I even knew they linked up. When I said all that crazy shit. Right. After that, I seen a video of them, very inappropriate music video, like her wilding out in a video together, and I'm like, damn, I was right, bro. And then, like not too long after, Benzino came crashing out, talking all this shit. I was like, oh shit, and I had to hit you up, like, yo, B. Luke, I called that on the Scandalous World like a month or two ago, bro. This shit's unfolding as we speak, bro.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they can find a place of common ground. And
healthy
just,
competition is dope. A battle, a live rap battle would be dope.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it in person, if you're gonna battle in person, if you're gonna perform the disc, if you're not to the point where you could do it in front of people and say this is strictly music, this is strictly rap, and then what? Then if you don't stand behind that and it's real beef,
you can't stand up man to man and box it out or battle it out, keep it strictly business. Just leave it alone, bro. Just dead it. I mean, all that.
And as far as I know, M hasn't even responded since the first response, or has he?
No, he responded. Yeah, he did the first.
The first response, I knew.
And now
he did the first initial. He the one who sparked it up. That's why I don't. Benzino, I'm saying, I get why you did what you did. You did the interview. You didn't make a rap beef, but you was talking about M. I'm sure they probably asked you about him. Whatever. You answered it in the best way that you saw fit, and then M sparked it. So I see why you would respond, you know what I mean? Yeah, I see why you would respond. I get it. I'm not downing you for doing it. You know what I mean? It's just, it comes a point. I'm just on a different level myself in my personal development, my personal growth, where it's like, man, if it really ain't like beef
if
to the
don't gonna get taken there,
I don't really. It's not for me, man. You know, I would like to see them battle it out in a rap battle.
I think it's dope that he got a no jumper interview out of the whole shit, though. He's like trying to be.
Well, I think and the Drink Champs thing was probably all based off of that. Right. I don't know how they, how they work all that.
Well, when
maybe he had. I don't know. Maybe you've been had it scheduled with Nori, because I know Nori got his Boston connections too. Yeah. And his son messes with like a lot of them Boston dudes. So
I see some crazy shit with Famous Richard and the stuff he was doing. I was gonna react to with DVS. Shout out to Stuck in the System, but he was visiting the Jewish communities and stuff. And they were about to pack him out, bro. Shit was crazy, but I forget what one I wanted to show you. I don't know if you already have it.
What are you looking for?
But I'm trying to think, bro, which one of them ones we thinking about reacting to. I don't know if it was a new. Oh, so me and DVS reacted to that Webby and Millie song. You heard that?
Yeah, I heard.
Pretty dope.
Yeah.
And then there was
Webby's from New England too, right? Isn't he?
I forget. I think somewhere in
Connecticut.
I was gonna say Connecticut or New York, New England, and somewhere in between there, something like that.
Yeah,
I'm not exactly sure.
I remember he burnt the Sway.
Right.
The Sway freestyle back in the day. I forget that one, but it's not somebody I follow a lot. But he's good. He could rap.
Well, just the fact that Millie's on it, you know what I mean? I just like to see the hometown, you know what I mean? Massachusetts.
No, they have a couple collaborations. I'm already hip. Yep.
Yeah, so it was a banger. We reacted to that. But there was
there was like in the
I think it was
suits
actually,
and stuff.
Yeah, I think it was actually the Benzino thing. We already covered that, but I don't know if I posted a short about that or not. I don't think I did, but yeah, I was gonna bring up the Drink Champ clips because a lot of people clip him saying "fuck Eminem," and then 5 minutes later, he's like, "Oh, I want to hug him," blah blah blah. So that was the clip I was gonna bring up, but I got a few shorts that I posted on my Boston Boss page. You see the YSL lawyer shit like that?
Yeah, yep.
That's crazy. They're probably gonna mistrial for that.
The lawyer.
The female. You see the short I put up? on my Boston Boss page of the YSL lawyer.
Whose lawyer was it? And
Young Thug's lawyer.
Young Thug's lawyer. What were
Bro,
they?
this
What were
would
they
trip
doing?
you out, bro. She's ganged out.
Oh, okay.
She got money behind her, says broke with $100 bills.
Wow.
She's doing gun signs. She's
Wow.
rapping along the Thug.
Well, I remember when they do the RICO for like guarding them, their lawyer was pulled into that shit.
Play street, yo.
So is she gonna get charged with the RICO too? Because I remember they were pulling in lawyers,
bro. But I smell a mistrial.
I mean,
or something.
I like Melly, man. I like his music. I think I wish that man the best. I hope he could come home, man. I'm a fan of his art. I think he's a very artistic young man. Obviously, product of his environment and all that, man. But yeah, freeing YNW Melly, man. He got some bangers, man. Blue
No, I'm talking about YSL.
Oh, YSL. Oh, I think so. Okay. No, I'm confused. Okay, my bad. All these initialisms, bro. It throws me off,
how it is,
bro.
yeah. CMB
YSL.
Luke.
I'm thinking
Only one I know.
YNW Melly. Okay. See,
Only one I know
mine.
is CMB Luke, bro.
That's mine, bro. Yeah, YSL, YNW.
Nah, I posted a short. The lawyer, she's like getting it. She's talking. I can't even capture. I can't talk. I can't really explain it, bro. You just kind of gotta see it.
Yeah, well.
But yo, now that we got this kind of setup right here, we're kind of just touching base today. We wanted to tap in with you guys and talk our ish, say what's up. But now that we have this new setup figured out, we're gonna be doing a lot more reactions and stuff like that.
Defense attorney. Okay.
We could always finish with a local. Every day we'll pick a local mass music to react to.
So I don't even think I'm aware of this. Then I think I'm. Hold up. Oh, what's it? Hold up. Let's pull that. Okay.
Another busy day in Fulton County Court as more witnesses take the stand in District Attorney Fonnie Willis's disqualification hearing. What her father told the courts about the death threats against his daughter. The first of four. Authorities have arrested a criminal defense attorney on charges she told a murder suspect to throw away evidence. Good afternoon, and thanks so much for joining us for Fox 5 News at 4. I'm Christine Spiro. Fox 5's Tyler Fingert has been working on this breaking story throughout the day today. Tyler is live now with more. What can you tell us?
Yeah, Christine, good afternoon to you. One of the defendants who represents one of the attorneys representing a defendant in the YSL gang case is now in trouble herself, and I've learned that she faces a gang charge herself. This is Nicole Fegan. She was arrested today in Gwinnett County stemming from a September 2022 deadly shooting in downtown Atlanta, not far from Centennial Olympic Park.
Now, this is this week.
Accused of shooting anyone, but Atlanta police say investigators learned she contacted a suspect in the shooting and told him there was a warrant for his arrest. Investigators say she learned about that during a court hearing related to the shooting. Police say she told the suspect, who they aren't identifying, to dispose of his phone as police were going to arrest him. Detectives say Fegan was not representing the suspect that she called. She faces 2 charges.
Okay, I was gonna say,
This
where's
is
it
watered
that?
down.
Is it
Go
that
to-
the
yo,
point?
bro,
Yeah.
do me a favor. Go to my page, bro. Boston Boss, right? Go to my page right quick, and you go see the real her now. You go see the real her. It had me. It had me like, wow, bro. It's a scandalous world, but you gotta be built for it. You know. Big things coming up this summer, man. We're gonna be running some live basketball games, workouts outside. Trying to do some shows, some positive mass music, some hip hop shows, concerts. It's like the first. If you just go to my YouTube page, it's like the first thing I got up.
Oh shit, that's because I'm on Google.
Yeah.
I thought I was in the YouTube search bar. Boom, 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 boom. Who the hell is that? All right, let's say when I search from here, it'll come up. Most of ball.
The shots. It's right there.
Oh, damn. Which one is it?
The cold.
This one?
Yeah.
With the shower cap?
Yeah.
Got proofs. Now, here's another thing. If you think you're street and you're about that life, great, be about that life. But when shit's real and you go to jail, that's just what it is. Now, if you're not about that life and once you get in jail, you want to bitch moan and do all that stuff, and you're not about that life, and you should set your on the sidewalk.
guilty in the first place.
Yo.
Damn. Wow.
That's crazy, bro, right?
Yeah, so she better stay true to her word and be about that life.
You better be about that life. Yeah, she just.
I don't know. It seemed like she was kind of like, in a weird way, not glorifying, but like trying to think she was cool. I don't know where she was trying to go with all that.
Idolizing.
You know what I mean?
I think she's a fangirl.
Well, so I mean, someone like that, I don't expect to keep it solid. Right. You know what I mean? I just think first, it's just I don't know.
Now,
no offense to all the women out there that do hold it down.
Now, for clear context, I think she's getting in trouble for telling him to delete or, throw away his phone before he got arrested.
Yeah. So
something just as simple as that, get your ass in trouble. So, like she said, if you ain't built for this shit, don't get into this shit.
That's it, man. So, anything else you wanted to touch on before we wrap this up?
Nah, man. Shout out to the whole Scandalous squad out there, man. Free the guys. Rest in peace to the real ones, to everyone we lost. Keep it scandalous, stay strong, stay smart, stay solid, stay sharp. It's your boy Blue Eyes, Scandalous Squad, Boston Boss.
I'm your boy B. Luke, man. It is what it is. What's next is what you make it. On that note, we out of here.
We about to take it.